Coffee cold, mine's woke. 2 mics, 1 code. Yeah, yeah. Scrolling through the chaos, headlines loud, hearts numb. Then I hear that drip talk, cutting through the hum. Gem with the side eye, true stain with the data in his cup. They don't just gas up dreams, they show you how to level up. Oh, from the hustle to the headlines, from the culture to the grind. Every angle, every timeline, they lace and never waste your time. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it hit. Oh, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest, clicking. Let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Oh, yeah. They make it make sense. Yeah. Thumb tied from the doom feed, faith in rent thick algorithm playing mind games, selling you the same quick fix. Then I catch that real talk about credit scores and crypto slips. Union fights and AI rights, and why your boss be talking slick. Left lane, right lane, truth rise in the same frame. If it's cap, they call names. If it's facts, they fan flames. Oh yeah. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest, clicking. Let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Yeah, they make it make sense. Yeah. From your psychic to your 9 to 5, from the group chat to the bottom line. There's a late night guide through the glitch and grind. If you listen close, you gon' change your life. Change your life. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Hey, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest, ticking. Let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Our daily drip, they make it make sense.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our daily drip show. I am your co-host, Jim Jones, in the building. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with us and drop some drip. While you at it, hit that like button. It's free, don't cost you nothing. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe as well. Check out the socials below. And also, just a little bit about us. We do news, politics, media, and just drop some drip on it from our perspective, which is probably a little bit different than maybe what you've heard. Maybe it aligns with what you do, but we'll see what it do. So along with me is my co-host, Plain Dang. Say hello to the people, Plain Dang.
What up?
Also along with me in the background though is Cassius Pay. And he is bringing up a lot of things in the background, helping us out, do what it do. I gave him his flowers, so he just leave me alone. You happy now? Never happy. All right, y'all. So today we've got a interesting show. Just try to mix it up a bit. So we've got something that's a little bit on the little bit of heavy, drip with a little bit of weird, somewhat wild. We're going from unmarked cars to policy to dating debate. So let's go ahead and dive in. Starting off with ICE. I feel like we start with ICE quite often, but this time, y'all, ICE is wilding a little bit. Let me go to it real quick. There we go. So as you know, with ICE, got the funding not too long ago to be able to continue to do what they do, right? All right, cool. So once again, to reiterate, ICE is not new. ICE is not new. ICE was around when Obama was around. It's not like this was not a new thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not new. So what is new is what they're doing right now, which is a little bit different. We've talked about how ICE operates. So let's take a look how ICE is operating a bit. You see if it'll, oh no, gotta get that.
Stay calm, stay calm.
Y'all gotta hear how people are talking. I don't wanna.
Is this can you go light?
Yeah, all this cussing, y'all. Hey, whoop-de-whoop. Now, hold on. Hold up. Y'all see that? That ICE agent. What kind of car they get now? Drop some drip in the comments. When I say drop some drip in the comments, that means just go ahead and let us know what you think in the comments, in the live chat, because we are live, y'all, every Friday night. So since it is Friday night, drop some drip in the comments. So along with that, he just got out of what looks like a Malibu. Let's keep moving.
Where's the warrant, man? Who's the leader? Who's in charge? Who's in charge? Who's in charge, man? You guys treating us like criminals, man. Who's in charge?
I'm trying to catch the car so y'all can see it real quick.
Who's in charge?
Put up in a
I'm trying to make sure we
regular
get
ass
an image
sedan.
on it. Bro, it's a Malibu. Boom.
Malibu.
A Malibu. Pulled up with a Malibu. So here's the thing. He asking about a warrant. Now, I don't know where he been seeing on TV, but or any kind of correspondence, but I really haven't seen them consistently pull up with paperwork. They talk about the paperwork once you at Alligator Alcatraz, try to figure out if you getting booked or not. Not that it's funny, but it's just he asking questions to people who ain't there to rationalize with you. Like, I came in to take you and pull you out. Like, that's what they own. What's wild about this, though, I don't really think there's any legislation on type of vehicles or limitations of how they go about these interactions outside of, you know, really fine line on constitutional. You know what I'm saying? So, but should there be, is the question. Drop some drip in the comments, let us know. Do you think that we should be able to, that they should have to identify themselves similar like police, right? Police ain't just, unless they're undercover, you know what I'm saying? Like an undercover cop gonna be unmarked. But normal police don't just pull up on you with just pulling up in a Kia Soul, talk about boop boop. Like, I don't know. What you think, Cash? You think
me
that
and the hamsters is coming up to go get something started? Yeah.
them commercials be crazy. So that's the debate here. There's already been a lot going on with ICE, how ICE has been conducting business in general. I'm gonna go ahead and let it rock with that sound. But ICE in general has gotten a lot of heat and just being present, let alone you talking about they doing this with just what's this other car over here? You see that? The other
I
one
thought
back
I saw a
there?
BMW over to the side, but
Bro, that's crazy.
Give me what you got at Avis.
Crazy. So that's really the question here. For me, I don't think they should be allowed to do that. To be honest with you, I feel like they should have to. I think, like, look, that pull up, you know, it's why. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody's about to get broke down. Somebody pull up with that. But if they're coming in a regular car, it needs to have marking on it. They already got masks on. Now you pulling up in a random car, like, what is this, Borderlands? Like, that's how it feels. It feels like Borderlands is going on. So, Johnson, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all disagree. Let me know. But it's just too loosey-goosey for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, you know, what I'm saying is that the point is not the car, is about how fast and serious the institution can look unserious when you turn that optics lens off. right? You pulling up in a Malibu. It's just an ordinary damn sedan, and it just makes the whole image absurd. Like, even if you get into like the policy aspect of things, like nobody's stopping for that. You're supposed to be a federal thing. There's no lights, no nothing. So anybody random can go on Amazon or whatever else you're gonna go to, grab a fake badge like DMX did back in the day, and pull cats over talking about some get the hell up out the car and then walk off. You know what I'm saying?
LAPD.
Bigger issue. Yeah, exactly. He's like,
You,
what
yeah,
PD? PD.
with your fingers though, like he ain't got.
Yeah, PD. Like what? Spice, Ice Spice. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's what I rep. But you know, is the bigger issue is whether enforcement is actually targeted and efficient, and it's really because all this shit is just random as hell, and it's just looking like action kills and all of that, and it's killing the trust faster than it changes the behavior that we trying to do with having people follow the law. Like now it's just turning into a roundup session. And so the quote unquote traffic stop story here matters because ICE itself was reported to have scaled back most of the traffic stops after the main pow occurred. So, you know, what's the lesson in it though for all of us here? And from my perspective, the lesson is to stop this depending on institutions and like to just look competent for yourself. Read the room, move with your own judgment, and keep your leverage mobile when it comes to this stuff. If you know that these areas going to be targeting certain spaces, if you got the resources, jiggy jangle, get jiggy with it. That's all I'm saying. And the last thing about it is, like, if the power shows up and is looking clownish, regular people should ask who's really being protected and who's really being stressed out about this situation. So it's turning into like a class question that's really the inside joke here versus everything else. So to me, is certain people in a certain tax bracket, they don't got to worry about this kind of stuff. So if you go on to Home Depots, if you go on to roofing spots where people are making their bread by working, you go on the farm, you go on to all the places that phenotypically have certain spaces and people, then we already know that it's really an inside joke on all of this. So what's the bottom line in all this from my perspective? The state actually loses moral authority when it comes to this because it's real like street level behavior and it's looking random as hell. So that's what I'm getting into when it comes to this.
Yeah, unmarked car is wild. Like I said, for me, they got a great budget. Why are we not putting like signature on that? Like, you got the money. So let's do something about it. So
Plain Dame having a few technical issues, but I think his audio works. So if you got something to flip in there, go ahead, my G.
Yeah, it was going in and out. I mean, honestly, it just looks like really just an unsupported janitorial staff at this point. We just showing up, cleaning up, however the hell we clean up and show up.
it's giving Paul Blart.
I mean, not even so much as that. It's just kind of like y'all don't give a damn, so we don't give a damn type deal. That's just the way it's starting to look. It's like, who cares? They'll show up in a damn ice cream truck if they can pack it up with some people in it at this point. They don't care. Because, I mean, no matter where they land, I mean, it's kind of a damn if you do, damn if you don't type situation. If they show up with all the right stuff, they're going to get criticized. If they show up looking stupid, they're going to get criticized. So I think they just at a point now where just don't give a damn. And it's showing, you know. You're seeing multi-million-dollar fatigue. That's what we're seeing. I might show up in a tank tomorrow. I'm gonna show up in a tank
Right, I'm
tomorrow.
in a Lambo. In a Lambo.
And a
I'm about to show up in a
Lambo.
Lambo tank.
Because at the end of the day, wherever state they're in, depending on who's in power and what side of the fence they lean on, really is gonna determine how much support they gain in said state. And they just start not to care.
And actually,
you getting a paycheck
coming from Plain Dane. I'm gonna just be for real, because
yeah, I mean,
He's definitely
we lean
do that.
we lean right on this to be for real. Like, at least the dudes on this channel, moderate to right. But yeah, now it's getting dumb.
I mean, think about it. If you the faithful boyfriend is always accused of cheating, after a while you're gonna be like, man, fuck that bitch. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some hoes. And that's the way it's starting to look. Like we're unsupported. It doesn't matter. We do the job. We don't do the job. We still gonna be under a microscope of not doing the job properly. So who gives a damn how we show up at this point? So optics is out the window from what we've been seeing. Because even if they go 3 years and let's say 2 people get shot, you're gonna hear about those 2 people for the next 12 years. That's just the way that, and it's showing, it's that kind of energy. So
that's perfect. So speaking of energy, let's shift over to nuclear power. We talked about this before. And on TikTok, they call themselves Cooking Me. Oh, you don't know anything about nuclear energy. Oh, okay. Well,
do you have any of the comments up that they hit you with on
TikTok doesn't allow you to. I can go look it up, but TikTok on here, since we don't stream TikTok live because China. No, just kidding. They have
because China.
The way they do it, it's a no for us right now. But the comments were kind of like, oh, it's the cleanest energy. There's really low to no risk on having nuclear energy. Because previously I talked about how I had a friend whose husband worked at a nuclear power plant, and that he was making bread back then because it's considered like a dangerous job. Like he put on, I don't want to say the Homer Simpson outfit, but you know what I mean? It kind of looked like the Homer Simpson outfit type of thing for him to go inside, because he literally, I'm froze. Yikes. He literally went inside. And so inside to do maintenance stuff. And so I was like, that's why he got bread, because it's considered a dangerous job. And they're like, oh no, what's he gonna get? Is the steam gonna hurt him? Okay. Well, so we're going to take a look at what has recently happened. An executive order from President Trump around nuclear power. So let's go and take a look and see what's going on with that.
And also signed a sweeping set of executive orders to boost nuclear power, aiming to quadruple U.S. production in 25 years. In a push to cut red tape and meet surging electricity demand from AI and data centers, the orders give the Energy Secretary the power to approve new reactors instead of giving authority to independent regulators. Critics warn it could put safety at risk, while industry leaders say it's a major step toward energy dominance.
So what happened with that, in that video, I'm going to go to an article in a second, but in the video, essentially the energy secretary is going to have a lot more power about, ironing that, is going to have a lot more say in the regulations and power and removing some of that red tape. So by doing that, there are standards that like the EPA and other not only just environmental groups, but everybody has compliance, some level of compliance has put in place to make sure that it's safe, that it's being monitored and so forth. And
it takes a long time to stand up a power plant. They try to do it like how they do these whack ass houses these days.
He said, we need this today, baby, because we need this now. So they're trying to eliminate a longstanding radiation safety practice.
Okay, Chernobyl.
Right. God.
Where was it at? It's sorry, I'm trying to remember where I saw it. Like, so I didn't even know this existed. So the Nuclear Regulatory Commission is proposing to eliminate this principle. It sounds like it's something that's been happening around the world. So okay, so two standards that work together. You can read this up here if y'all want to. Can you see it? Okay.
Yes, it's quite fine.
Okay, so standards
on TV
are
and mobile. We are good.
okay. So institutions that exposures, they want to keep them as low as reasonably achievable, right? So the thing is about radiation, it's not like you're gonna have zero radiation. We have to accept that there's, when you power stuff on and you use certain types of energy, there's going to be a level of radiation. The goal is to minimize that, right? So they want to set the maximum amount of radiation the public and the radiation workers are exposed to. Now that's what I was talking about before. So, and this group, ALARA, which, let me see, where it was for, the ALARA principle, which was the keep it low as reasonably achievable, was kind of the powering behind that, because, it says that radiation exposure increases a person's chance of getting cancer, a risk that increases as the dose increases. So the more often you are exposed to radiation, the higher chance you would have to be exposed to cancerous situations. So now they want to replace what we just talked about the lowest chances possible, right, with a graded approach that facilities must take.
Yeah, we it's a whole bunch of body churning that we trying to do in the name of AI when there's other opportunities. Like there's abundant solar. I'll get into that later, but
the purpose of trying to push this is because surging electricity demand. So instead of being like, hey, let's not build all these data centers, they're like, keep building them. We're gonna figure out another way to get you that energy. Basically, is what has happened. And so they're trying to speed it up. He instructed the federal agency in the order to adopt science-based radiation limits. So, from the administration's perspective, but I'll be quiet, they're trying to allow less chokeholds on how you get the energy. Because if you remove that, then more people would have access to create energy options. However, there's a reason why those standards existed. And by removing those, we are now entering the chat of folks who may or may not be doing it right. So that's what I got for that.
Well, I mean, loosening the regulation is about whether or not the country wants like faster energy build out or endless delay, right? Dressed up as caution. This issue is really not about ideology at this point, it's about capacity. So I get it. It's being supported at the state, where it's, a broad enough matter where 11 governors have highlighted nuclear in 2025 and 14 in 2026. So it's showing that the policy is moving in this direction, right? And it's moving from a fringe opportunity more so to the mainstream. But let's take our hats off from this. And, I'm not going to be a fan for it or against it, but I'm thinking about systems at this point. So if you want better energy, better jobs, better long-term infrastructures, then you have to think about scale. But I don't necessarily believe that the scale has to come straight from these resources, because there's lots of renewable resources that end up being a $0 cost after they're built, right? So from solar, from wind, things of that nature. Like I'm more so into that. When I had the ability to do like the choice and the, you know, how you got your power bill, you get to choose where you want your energy to come from. I always chose that as one of my options when it comes to delivering the power, because I understand the benefit of that. So I try to put my money where, you know, my mindset goes.
Choice is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Let's get to the hard question though. Who benefits from the speed and who carries the risk if the oversight gets thin? The tension here is real and it's worth saying out loud. So I'll have y'all answer that question. Who actually benefits from the speed and who carries the risk by the oversight going away? We already know how, you know, our government can look for opportunities to cut. How has that worked for us so far with other spaces? Is it worth the risk?
Right. I just think it's funny how nobody talks about solar panels anymore.
Yo, that's good. Quick story time, boom, y'all. Jim Jones has been traveling far too much, and I hope that pretty soon I'm done traveling because I'm tired. I was on a plane with the guy today, military dude, talking about energy. And he was like, oh, yeah, I love it on the West Coast. Is like, you know, they motivate me for improving my energy. One thing I do is I have a portable, like a solo solar generator that I have that helps with my house. So that bad boy on the side of my house is not on my house, but it's on the side, and it pours into the energy for my house to reduce my energy bill that way.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. It was like, yeah, that's super cool. I do that. So there y'all go, little drip drip. I don't know where he bought it at, but I just know it's
there's a few of them. Like
so,
people can have them in apartments. They do it in European countries where they have people have flats, right, in European nations, right, essentially apartments, and so they hang them shits off the balcony, get that sun, and reduce their dependence on energy. And I mean, think about it. They hardly have air conditioning out in those spaces, and people they've been fighting each other like it's Black Friday for air conditioners out there, because people been unalive because of how hot it's been. So,
bruh, you know what else is another place like that? Seattle.
Seattle?
They don't have Seattle, Washington, they don't have air conditioning. Like, you go to the restaurant, ain't no air conditioning.
Oh, it's a bunch of hot musty shit going on in there.
No, I
don't like that.
Woo!
Yeah, so walking around smelling like a foot.
I've never been to Seattle, right? Because it's rainy and stuff in Seattle, so them summers got to be musty.
The summers can get hot, but I didn't know that they didn't have. I didn't know they didn't, like, a lot of the buildings and stuff are older, so they don't have air conditioning. So like, we went to a restaurant, and I'm like, man, it's hot in here. What's going on? They're like, there's no air conditioning. I said, nope, none at all. They said, no, man, like, it's hot, but like,
we don't believe in that.
It's not hot enough, often enough to raise the energy cost for that. We're very green here.
Yeah, green in the underarms.
Right.
Yeah, brown, yellow.
Seattle, the armpit of America.
I bet you Oregon's probably like that. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the New England states are probably like that too, because it's so cold. They probably have a great furnace system. They probably don't have as much AC. So anyways, that's just a little story time. So that is what's going on with nuclear power. We will keep this close to us because it ain't going nowhere. Oh, what's going on with that? Oh man. So how am I gonna segue into this? This is a rough one. Y'all. So look, you got regulations that are relaxed on the energy side, but we also need to start talking, because we're talking about legislation, right? Let's talk a little bit about gun violence, because it's been going crazy lately. Like, what's going on? We had a gunman in Seattle, a gunman in Nevada. I'm gonna put that up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this video though of where is that? Oh no, where'd it go? I just had it. No. There we go. Cool. So Colin Orr, I believe he's a lawyer and he's a gun
Colin
enthusiast.
Noir.
Colin, sorry. He is a lawyer and
Colin Noir. Colin Noir.
yeah. Look, y'all, I am exhausted.
Colin.
Don't
You are
So-
no. We gonna talk to Colin around here. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm tired, y'all. I barely keep my eyes. I barely keep my eyes.
I don't know what
on-
everybody else calls him. I call him Colin.
Wow.
Colin Noir.
Shout out to Colin Noir. Okay. That better.
Colin. Night Colin.
It's Colin. Look, I'm tired. Stop playing with me.
No,
Anyways.
Coleon. That's all it is. Coleon.
Coleon is Coleon Noir. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired.
Noir. Coleon Noir.
Gun law your state is still fighting over. Watch what they asked for anyway.
Breaking news out of Seattle, where police are looking for a second suspect connected to a deadly shooting at a food festival there. Authorities have taken one person into custody already. The shooting happened last night near Seattle's Space Needle. At least 3 people were killed and 4 others injured.
Police officers combed the scene of a Seattle food festival overnight, searching for evidence just hours after the event near the city's iconic Space Needle became the site of a mass shooting.
It was like brah, and then it was like bop, 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 bop. So I don't know weapons, but I guess it was
All
like
right,
probably
pause
a
there real
semi-automatic. And then
Tell me if that ain't sound like, if you close your eyes, that it didn't sound like somebody from the hood.
No, it did. It's not. Like they describing a whole Saturday night. So I came through, right, bam. And then once I told the motherfucker, I said, you better get down on the floor. Then all I heard was boom, boom, boom. But then I heard a pat, pat, pat. I knew it was a 38, but then around the corner I heard rah. I knew it was a chopper. Like, man, come on.
That's
dude.
definitely
Washington
AK.
already has every gun law your state is still fighting over.
I was trying to get
Watch
it
what
up.
they asked for anyway.
Breaking news out of Seattle,
there you
where
go.
police.
Go ahead and keep talking. I was trying to go back so we can hear it again. But okay, y'all ready? Close your eyes and get ready to hear.
Near Seattle's Space Needle. At least 3 people were killed and 4 others injured.
Police officers combed the scene of a Seattle food festival overnight, searching
That is
for
doing it
evidence
again.
just hours after the event near
Here
the
we
city's
go. Y'all ready?
iconic
Close your
Space
eyes.
Needle became the
Close your
site of a
eyes.
mass shooting.
it was like brah, and then it was like bop, 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 bop. So I don't know weapons, but I guess it was like probably a semi-automatic, and then it was probably pistols after that.
The shots
Yeah,
started just after 6
He
p.m.
went back to normal Todd
Nah,
language after that.
he was like, "Oh, I said too much." I guess it might have been.
I guess it was probably.
The
I only
skirt was
play
showing.
Call of Duty on occasion, but
Right.
when I heard
He said
"Arakaka, arakaka,"
What? But I don't know nothing about no weapons though, bro. What? Okay. All right, my guy.
p.m. at the Bite of Seattle, a festival that draws more than 350,000 people every year, including many families.
I heard the shots. I seen one person, and then I seen 2 people fall, and then there's so many people after that were being worked on.
Victims were rushed to a nearby hospital.
You see what he didn't do? He didn't say "brah." You know, he didn't describe.
yeah,
none of the sounds, you know, like,
he was a
he
normal
was a
Samaritan.
normal- yeah, like
including an injured toddler. Overnight, police said they have one suspect in custody and are searching for another. They believe they were shooting at each other.
Thankfully, we had officers on the scene that were brave, went to those shots, and prevented more victims from being injured.
Police say the public is not at risk, but the city's mayor pointed the finger at the overall problem of gun violence.
We're coming off of a week in Seattle where we've had 3 major incidents of gun.
Because the public is at risk. Because if y'all going around doing all of this and you don't even intended targets or whatever, like you are putting everybody at risk. This is worse than the OK Corral. Like, this is absolutely atrocious. Y'all going around doing this and not even knowing how to even do this.
you mean like protect themselves?
They're not protecting themselves. All they're doing is pray and spray, which is dumb. Dumb.
As somebody going to it, like I don't know how people still feel comfortable to like go to some of this. I'm not saying they need to be scared, but it's just something like that was outside, right? Like there was no way they could have. I mean, we want to do like screen people come. I don't know, you know.
It's just a bunch of bravado that's just unnecessary. That's all that I'm getting at. Plain Dame, what you got for this?
None. Just feel like this behavior is just becoming more and more promoted. Because of basically the shooting the crowd capital of America is Chicago. And I feel like every year nothing is ever done about it. So more and more people are looking at it and saying, hey, well, they did it there. We could probably get this off over here. Like, I'm just tired of it. And then I ask these questions and then people look at me like I'm stupid. But if it becomes like a situation where, you know, black man versus white man with a pistol, black man gets shot. Now it's time to march. Now it's time to talk about it. I'm sick of it, you know. And then on top of that too, we got cameras that can basically take pictures of when you speeding through somewhere, but nobody ever has cameras to identify certain people doing these nefarious acts like this. Where the hell is all this technology?
Talking about flock cameras? That's everywhere.
Oh,
they also
for some reason they don't work. They
not
not working in everybody's city though, and that's the thing I'm looking at. Everything else is well funded except for flock cameras.
No, we didn't bring this up, but allegedly some lady had got it. Are you allowed to say the A word? I can't remember if you can say
assaulted.
She unalived the baby while the baby was in there.
What?
Huh?
Abortion. Can we say that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
shit,
abortion in
I didn't know
Texas
what you was
where it
talking
was-
about anyway.
I was
on
trying
camera,
to-
on flock camera,
on Flocka,
on Flocka.
They
Flocka.
used the flock cameras like they used over. I want to say it was like almost over 24 flock cameras to find her. Because I guess at the point, for the point I think that she was at in the pregnancy, it was technically illegal. So they used their resources to find her.
Did she go to the shop in
Bro,
order
it don't
to
matter.
in
Like,
order to get the oil change?
Bro, no, they just use their resources like y'all talk about. To
No, I'm
find
just
her.
saying, did she go to the shop to get them to look under the hood in order to get the oil change? If she did, then why they following her? Because somebody else could have said, you can't get your oil changed. Your mileage is too
somebody
high.
performed it. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
The person who requested, that's the person that they go after. I think they sue the provider. But if you as the purchasing person for the service does it, you have criminal activity. Not that it's impossible, but I believe they go after like they license to try to get their money on the provider side. But anyways, I just brought that up because my answer is, to me, the answer is yes, they should be able to do that because they did that because she went and got an abortion. So I mean, y'all can do that because somebody opened and fire. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
Killing kids, shooting babies and toddlers, man, and people, and multiple people. It's crazy.
Yeah, barely have suspects. Barely, you got people on cell phone filming it on live, telling you, "Wow," saying the name of the person. I can't believe that Craig T. Jackson was out there with an assault rifle standing next to Stanley Robertson shooting at people. And then they still like, we have no suspects. We don't know what to do. The suspects were, no, you got their name, sir. You got their face, sir. Go arrest these people. Let's make examples of these folks. That's my thing. I'm just tired of the lack of police work that's going into this and the lack of, government involvement and everything else except for stuff like this. It's like, let's highlight the act, but never highlight who got arrested or what the results was afterwards. The random shooting that's documented. And it almost starting to feel intentional,
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Look, I mean, there was a shooting rampage in Nevada. This is 10 days ago. So for when the video was posted, not that it itself was 10 days ago, but
a gunman opening fire, unleashing multiple rounds in this North Las Vegas neighborhood, randomly firing as he appears to roam the streets. Doorbell cameras capture the shirtless man with what police say is an AR-15. Look as he walks down the street Sunday pointing his gun. even knocking at a front door.
Being high is
He crouches
crazy.
down on this porch to take aim.
That absolutely.
My dude is in his brain going, hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Starts
Like,
firing in his direction.
What the? Oh.
Yeah. That's why when
Adams
you already know
warns
to
his
get down
family
when
to
you
take
from
cover.
the urban area.
Just sitting tight.
My dude is going off.
That he didn't come in. And
Or nothing.
unfortunately,
Wow.
for us, that he didn't.
Nah, that's that flocker
Later
that
showing
Bang
on
was
Las
saying.
Vegas station KSNV, where several bullets pierced his home.
We just found a bullet fragment right here on the side, and then it actually buried in the wall.
Police arrived with guns drawn.
Oh yeah.
The suspect on the ground before taking off running. Police say the
Oh my
suspect
God.
was
He-
there
the way
to
he-
take him
he
into
had that
custody, and
Wow,
when he was
yeah.
apprehended, he became unresponsive, adding they believe he was impaired. The gunman was later declared dead at a hospital. A chilling end, sending terror through this.
Whoa. He was.
He was so high that he was gone.
He did his
In his
last
mind,
1-2.
all he heard in his brain was dun dun dun
Quiet
dun dun
neighborhood.
dun dun dun.
Dana Griffin, NBC News.
That is crazy. Like stuff like that, right? Could you imagine you just hanging out and somebody walk around the neighborhood just rolling around with like it's not like something happened.
First
Like,
of all, if
like-
he in the wrong neighborhood where people ain't hiding behind something, somebody would actually meet this man wherever he at.
That's-
and he
that's
would
what
get
I was about to
everything
say.
that he was asking for. So
That's what I'm saying.
was this in California? That's all I'm saying.
It was
You said
Nevada.
Nevada.
Oh, Nevada? Okay.
And you on my porch. Who's that peeking
all of
through
that.
my window? Pow. Nobody now.
Yeah,
How you on my
because now you're
doorbell
doing too
ring on
much.
my- yeah, you doing way too much, sir. You bringing the property value down. How about I just bring you down? Like real quick. Pat, pat. Come pick him up, y'all. Ain't no standoff. You on my porch.
And people want to, and so people will be like, oh, because he had an AR, like we need to, have more gun control. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think it mattered what weapon he could have had a sword.
It didn't
and he
matter what it
on
was.
What he
He was going
owned.
around
He could
doing
have had a bat. He was on what he owned. To me, that root cause, like people are kind of like, oh, it's gun violence, and because that was the tool used for the violence. But in this case, like, I mean, honestly, let's really talk about the elephant in the room. A good chunk of gun violence is because of rugs. Sorry, it's because of rugs.
Yeah.
Whether it's distribution, usage, like literally rugs are like at the basis of violence. Rugs and alcohol.
All day.
For real,
It's escapism that leads to people that need drugs in order to cope with life. So really, the
Right.
source of all this is bitch assness. Let's
There you
be
go.
all the way real. So
We
I'm
need to bring
bitch
bring
assness
back bullying.
leads to drugs. Leads to you needing to do all this. Quit being a bitch. Live life. Be a leader about yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Seriously.
Because it doesn't say like, oh, he was on XYZ, right? So we don't know for a fact that was what, like whether it's alcohol or rugs. And the thing is, it's not that people shouldn't be able to do what they want to do as far as indulge in stuff, but it's like, if you're gonna add regulation, let's really get to the root cause. And it's not even just drugs of like, maybe someone smoked something. People take antidepressants and all that other stuff too, and that contributes to some. If they go back and look at the schools,
I don't know if you can buy.
What are y'all talking about?
I don't know if you can buy firearms if you take antidepressants or something like that. That might be one of the stipulations that you have
hold
to.
Hold on. Of these shootings, though, how many of them are the gun owner? They usually not.
I
It's
don't-
usually somebody else's gun. It's usually not theirs.
Or
Like,
if somebody's buying
Yeah.
that for them, then that person is actually that's a federal offense.
like
if
a lot of
somebody's
the,
mother buy it for him, somebody's uncle buy it for him, those are federal offenses.
they don't buy it. It's like having access. That's another reason when we go back to regulation that they're like, oh, we want in California, they're strict about it in a sense of we want you to store it a certain kind of way, because even though they didn't purchase it, the fact that they have access to it is the problem. That's them coming at that instead of really, the problem really is what made them go pick that up or think about going to go grab that. Like that's actually the root cause. It's not that they did that. It's what made them believe they should do that. Like that's really the root cause nobody talks about. Drugs and alcohol, man. I'm telling y'all.
That and also think about how regulated it is for somebody to get a firearm. We had a bunch of uninvited guests that invited themselves to this country. They was able to go purchase.
You gonna bring it back to that, huh?
Because
the ice.
Because it correlates with how easy it is to get a weapon in this country. You know what I mean? Like you can go to a gun show. There's some level of regulation, but catch somebody outside with a truck full of firearms at a parking lot and they just trying to get some money. I don't think they running IDs too much. They gonna get their money.
They supposed to. Because the thing is that at some point it has been registered to someone and they need to know who they sold it to in the event that it comes back to them. If they don't have somebody's ID or some receipt of who they bequeathed it to so that you can't tell that it's them, guess what? It's yours. The baby look like you. Yeah. Feed them till they look like you. You the pappy.
You the pappy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, cereal defaced, whatever.
Don't matter.
Apart,
you the pappy. If you didn't report it stolen, you the pappy.
Yeah.
So if you can be diabolical and sell somebody a gun and then report it stolen, and if you want to do that, but that should be illegal. So
I don't see people doing the necessary detective work when a lot of this stuff happens. Like we probably,
but then those are not responsible gun owners, to be honest.
All day, but a lot of people aren't. And
if I sell somebody a firearm or whatever, best believe I'm getting that information. I'm writing a receipt. I'm keeping it for my records. And in the event that if we doing that personal sale like that, then I'm going to make sure that I have that in the event that anything happens. And also I'll say to my knowledge that person is not a felon or whatever. Because if somebody say, yeah, I can't get one because I'm XYZ, guess what? I can't do it, dog. You just disclose the fact that you can't go get it on your own or whatever, regardless of whatever the sale price is. Can't do it.
There you go. And I'm glad you moved that way. I need everybody to move as my man Cash's paper moves. Unfortunately.
Speaking of moves,
unfortunately,
let's talk about moving your body. What does it take for you to be in the military?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. What's the next generation look like? We're going to watch the video, then we're going to get to an article.
It look like ho-hos. It look like zebra cakes.
Right.
It said, no, what?
Bagel body.
So it's just going to make me watch the ad. Okay.
Virginia Tech is taking on a new role in training the next generation of military leaders. The U.S. Department of Defense has selected the university to host a revamped Senior Service College Fellowship program. It will help prepare experienced officers and civilian leaders for higher-level leadership roles. A spokesperson issued a statement saying they're honored to welcome fellows from every branch of the military. They're still working out the details and say they will have more to share as the new school year begins.
Now, it sounds like you don't have any true prospects coming out of college. And because, the rate for Gen Z coming out of college is what, over 10% at this point? Looks like they got them running in circles to get paid for a couple of trinkets.
Well, let's fast forward to more present. That was not like it's been an ongoing thing. So the Pentagon said, listen, we finna make it easier to get into West Point, which is crazy.
West Point, not at all of them. Okay.
Yeah. So let me X out of that there. It is called, the memorandum is called Refocusing the Military Service Academies and Senior Service College on Warfighter Education. It will institutions like the U.S. Military Academy at West Point to eliminate the granting of tenure to civilian faculty. It will launch a comprehensive review of the curriculum taught at all service academies and war colleges. Now, people are like, oh, what does all that mean? Okay, so to get into West Point, I think most people would agree it would be like the equivalent of the Ivy League of college would be the Ivy League of military.
Yeah, military school. Yeah, after you go to military school.
Tier, like you come out of there, you should be a captain, lieutenant, like you here, you know what I mean?
Well, it's not that. It's just knowing the ins and out of military activity, knowing history of military that allows you to be astute in the art of war. We'll just put it that way.
So where was I going with this? So what they're saying is, hey, the way that they pick who is going there, we need to change that. Well, why? They said tenure, meaning the amount of time you've been in the military or whatever criteria it is for a time you've done, maybe even military action. I'm not sure what the criteria is, but whatever their minimum amount of time to be eligible to get into here, they're saying it's a construct designed to protect academic freedom within universities. It often leads to stagnation, complacency, and inflexibility. It contributes to curriculum that drifts from the mission of educating our war fighters to the research priorities of tenured academics, aka.
That's dumb because like 85% of war is history, to be honest. Something's happened in the past. Shit is always going to be the same for the most part. Technology changes, yes, but the way that humans work does not change. So this is unfortunate. Continue, please.
What they're saying too is that the way in which West Point is conducting their military educational operations is not flexible enough for people who may be qualified, or they should be also included in it as well, which I find interesting to ask about inclusivity, essentially. So they said that courses determined to be non-essential or ideologically driven must be slated for elimination. Ideologically driven is crazy.
Yeah,
I
mean, go ahead, man.
DEI for the inclusion of fat, smart people.
or just my cousin.
Is that what you're going with? I mean, or independent.
Or just my cousin. Or my cousin, my cousin that I'm a lieutenant. My cousin can't get into West Point, but he can now.
What I'm going for is where we're talking about diversity in thought. So how you get people who are geniuses when it comes to war games, you have to think outside the box. When they're saying ideologically outside of the norm, they're people who are going to be divergent in thinking are not going to be welcomed here, because you have to think, breathe, act the same. They want people walking around stumping like how they do in North Korea or whatever, right? How everybody do that walk or whatever, that march, and they look over to the left.
One band, one sound type shit.
Exactly. But success, innovation doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. You need individuals who are going to be outside of the box in order to think of things that haven't been done while understanding what the history is. That's how you maintain frame and then be able to think outside of the frame. So we can all work on best case scenarios if we can keep lying to ourselves about what's the best and all of that and continue to lose. So if West Point changes its faculty and tenure rules, it's not just like HR housekeeping, right? It's institutional redesign. So gatekeeping, in this case, ungatekeeping, will shape the kind of leadership that gets produced. But if that kind of leadership doesn't appreciate diversity in thought, these are people that you would consider geniuses, right? Because they get certain pieces in certain aspects, and they might not get other aspects, and people need to start using those strengths and harnessing them in a way that helps everyone. You got a whole bunch of people that play video games that's getting ready to go up into this space.
All day.
You think all of them gonna be in there, and you gonna get a whole bunch of other people that just know how to jog and run and shit and get told what to do. And then when it comes down to thinking outside of the box, you're gonna run into a whole grip of issues. So the official job posting showed that West Point is actively recruiting for multiple faculty positions with specified qualification pathways and deadlines, which means that the pipeline is being reworked in real time because they're running out of time in this particular environment. So the takeaway is simple. Strong people adapt to shifting rules instead of waiting for old rules to save them. So what should you do if you were looking in a growth mindset? You build skills, you stay flexible. You never confuse permission with progress. That's what they want you to think. But in this case, they're just throwing a hammer in a particular space. So when elite institutions rewrite the rules, it is fair to ask who gets excluded quietly under the language of quote unquote efficiency and modernization. So whenever the gate changes, somebody's deciding who gets in and who gets left out. We already seen what the military is starting to look like. It's looking real ghostly around that piece. Has that ever helped the United States since before the inception?
I mean,
let's be honest with ourselves.
We talked about this before with like lowering the military standards, right? Like as far as age and stuff like that. We have another video. Make sure y'all go check that out. But we talked about lowering raising the age limits. Like it screams, I need bodies.
No, I want waddies. That means I want white bodies. That's what that screams to me. I want waddies. Because we want leadership. We don't want leadership. We want leadership. Same thing. There are people that have not gotten certain promotions all because they don't phenotypically look like whoever they believe the military should look like outwardly. Meanwhile, you're still taking L's. You can't have everybody in the room saying that everything's fine when things are crumbling. You need someone to tell the emperor that he has no clothes. If you want to be told what you want to be told all the time to feel good, then don't be a leader. Go be your CEO somewhere. Go run your company into the ground. Don't run America into the ground.
Well, speaking of go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and just far, I mean, because I've had family in the service and everything. The best of the best coming out of West Point only look good on paper majority of the damn time.
Yeah, you get them in the field. Yeah, they freeze.
They can't do. They pin pushers mostly over there. I mean, there are people that just basically look good sitting in that damn, situation. You know what I mean? They not the people that's on the floor whooping ass, and they damn sure ain't the ones that's really designing strategy. It's like you mentioned, it's gonna be some people at Quantico that probably was playing grand damn life. You know what I mean? And playing different, calling shots behind the scenes, being trained to move a certain way. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really surface deep and just talking points and just designed for us to kind of shift our vision into a different direction and look at different things to debate about. End of the day, the army of what used to be and never be what it should be moving forward, because your average person that actually wants to even go to the army looks totally different these days. You know,
the average person that want to go to the army looks like desperation these days. There's no longer
that's what I'm saying.
A sense of pride. You will catch a few that are going to be from basically down south somewhere, or maybe upper east, where they like my grandfather, my great grandfather, and all of that, and then it's really an insulated situation where they going in as an officer or something like that. They're not going to see the front.
Yeah, it was once a mixture, but now it's just purely, I want to escape Little Rock, Arkansas. I want to get out of Mississippi. I want to, I'm tired of the. I caught a few cases in the inner city, and now my way out.
I gotta get out here. Yeah,
I gotta
get my
get
record
out
expunged.
And that's the army.
I got student loans that I need to lop off.
That's the army today.
They gonna wipe these out. Yeah,
right. Or you got a homie that's older that went to the army, and he was able to buy a house, and he got a he left there and was able to get a
GI Bill
check. Yeah, the GI Bill. And I don't feel too good.
You know what's messed up about that? My grandfather was in the army, and they wouldn't even let him use his GI Bill. Like stuff like that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not doing that. Not at all. Fires. Let's go.
So the fires, y'all. So we're gonna go. We'll go on to France and Spain, because in America we too have had some wildfires too. Actually, impacts for the wildfires, because Canada had some fires break out, and baby, I heard it stank. Mine's playing. I heard there was a lot of smoke happening, and people who have like asthma or breathing issues. It was really a struggle for them. But I want you to know, Americans, as Michael Jackson said, you are not alone. Spain and France are here with you, although they're far away.
I am here to stay.
50 miles outside Madrid is crazy. So, they kicked me out. So I just wanted to bring that up because we're talking about the environment, right? And as we continue, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. As we continue to peel back legislation, it's cool. We don't need all that extra whoop-de-whoop. Ain't that big deal. How often do we have fires? It's all good. Well, part of why we don't have fires is because there's regulations in place of things that people check. So obviously we don't, I'm assuming we don't check Canada, right? Like that's not our thing to check on. However, we can mitigate risk over here.
There's a lot of forest in Canada, so that might actually raise housing prices.
Well, we have fires. Remember we talked about California? That whole coast was just bam. Only you can stop forest fires.
That's what they say, but shit, I ain't stopping no forest fire. I'm gonna get the hell up out of there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So only me can call 911, make sure everybody else get their ass about the spot. Because
only you could dodge forest fire.
That's right. So I got this bucket, dog, and I got this water hose. They're gonna be like, what?
Well, hopefully, if you were to run into so anyways, drop some drip in the comments. Y'all think that as we talk about the EPA, we talk about energy, we talk about the environment, do you think the administration is going in the right place by pulling the reins back on the federal level, having the impact? Or do you think that they're missing the boat? Let us know. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and go to, which one is, I gotta remember what be. Yes, actions have aftermath. So let's go. Let's hear this lady's story.
This is still, we talking about fires or something else? This still the
No, we're going to something else. Did you want to talk about fires real quick before we go?
Yeah, I mean, because we talking about France and Spain.
Yeah,
and all
I
that
didn't want to spend
fires.
too much. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time, but go ahead.
Yeah,
It's one shout out that it's like a global issue as far as energy, and we talked about Captain Planet, and
Okay, well, go ahead. Move
Oh, go
forward.
ahead. You go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying that's why I brought it up. You go ahead and continue about it. I'm just saying that's why I brought it up.
I want to see what the lady in the nice dress about to say, but go ahead.
Them Temu dresses turning into just what women wearing polyester for the most part. They just want to turn to the side and show they got a little bit of.
She wearing that dress. She wearing that dress though. She wearing that dress. We ain't gonna take that away from her.
Dress
She wearing
today,
that
a
dress.
baby shower tomorrow. We know how that go.
Baby shower tomorrow. Did you want to talk about the wildfires before we go?
Oh, go ahead and play.
Okay.
Older to live there. But this 28-year-old calls it home and doesn't want to move. As Allison Hall reports, the board is now voting to determine her fate.
It's a beautiful village of 155 homes, with one catch. You have to be at least 55 years old. Now some residents want this woman out, saying she's just too young to live there.
I'm 100% being forced out.
Bethany Michelle's father, Paul, bought a home in Freedom at Arbor Mill in Jacksonville, Florida in 2019. She moved in to care for the ailing vet when he took a turn for the worse.
He was a really high-risk patient. He was terminally ill. He was on dialysis.
Her dad died in 2023, and in his will, he bequeathed her the house. Weeks later, she says the Homeowners Association sent her this document, stating each occupied home shall at all times be occupied by at least one person 55 years of age or older.
Y'all hear that? They said, you
retirement
too young to be in here. You too young to be in here. Somebody older better be sitting in that seat. You ain't got enough. You can still got milk on your breast. Don't come in here.
Listen, the 55-year-old men in the neighborhood had something different to talk about during them pinochle nights. That's what that's about. They like, we got to get her out of here. She wrecking the
Why would they want to get her out of there? It would be somebody's wife that don't want some young floozy around because everybody gonna be trying to give her apples in pears and other citrus fruits and cruciferous vegetables.
You want your crunch mode. First of all, check the residents that's actually complaining about her being there. Let's see the gender that's involved, because it's ageism and a bunch of other stuff playing into it. But I can only imagine, what the Golden Girls had to say when they saw her just making her way to the grocery store and coming home alone, and men wandering over to the yard saying, "You need some help, young lady." You already know how that went. She is the conversation.
Keep going. Remember the HOA said, "Baby, there's rules."
Bethany is 28. The Homeowners Association held a special meeting to decide what to do.
I didn't buy here to put up with people under 55. We all.
That's crazy. Somebody granddad in there, or grandma in there doing the work. Anyways, I'm hit play. The recording is crazy.
Said this going on the grand. Shit, how did I get this
There were
on?
also residents
Like,
supporting Bethany.
This person has not given us one moment heartburn.
That's right there. That's Doug. Doug is the one who's doing what you talk about. Listen, we happy we got something to look at. Be quiet.
That beautiful,
like a
bodacious blonde is bothering nobody.
Ain't no bother, nobody.
Right. I didn't even get a shot.
Then the vote was taken and the board voted 5-0. Bethany has to go.
Hey,
it's time for her to leave.
74-year-old Teresa Beaver lives on the same street as Bethany. Her daughter Jessica wonders why Bethany wants to live here.
I don't understand personally why a 20-year-old would want to live with people.
Wait, how old was she again?
28, something like that. So she's basically 30.
No. Look at her face. She's 28 or 38. She said 28.
Talking about
right?
her?
No,
Yeah.
she's talking about
her.
That's not her. That's the daughter of
her.
the hater.
Live here.
I don't understand.
You see, look, freeze frame, y'all.
That's
Look
70.
at her.
Lives on the same street
Look
as
at her.
Bethany. Her daughter Jessica wonders why Bethany wants
Her
to
daughter
live
is
here.
about
I don't
55.
understand personally why a 28-year-old would want to live with people that are over 55. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I have
Yeah.
a right.
Because it's a
every right
house.
to
That's
stay in
why.
my
If
home.
she's
Right,
not
it's a
living
house.
with you, she
The
lives
board
amongst you.
voted to hire an
Yeah.
attorney to force Bethany out. Now, all 155 homeowners must cough up $1,000 each to pay the legal bill. And
This cost y'all a stack.
Oh no! Subsequently, it's gonna cost her a stack too because she owned a home there.
That's
So
crazy.
she gotta pay for her own
I'm not giving y'all nothing.
prosecution.
Nah.
That's crazy.
that,
Yeah.
ironically, includes Bethany herself.
Yep, you're right. Try to jump in the comments. Y'all think that's right? Y'all think it's not right?
I think it's stupid. She got a free house. Her father passed away. I ain't heard not one person say, you know what? She lost her daddy. She moved in and took care of him. Least we could do is support her in her time there. You know, just trying to make a home for herself after losing her parent. Nobody cares about that. Botox Brenda didn't mention that one time. She talking about some, why would a 28-year-old want to live here? Because you're in a nice ass house.
And because it's given to me.
And it was
You ain't
given.
see
It's
how
mine.
expensive stuff is? What's wrong with you?
Right. You wasn't over here wiping ass or whatever else they gotta take forward.
So here's my question for y'all. They didn't give this context, but let's say Bethany lived in the house with her father and the father passed away.
She did. That's how she got there.
And let's say she wasn't 28. Let's say she was a new 18. Y'all think they would have went hard on her like this?
Listen, she
no, because they would have said, that's our baby.
She tatted up and
it would have been the
They gonna
same
go at
thing.
her, period. They gonna be pissed
They
at her
was
regardless, because them elderly men they got something to talk about. And the
Right,
Golden
they
Girls
gonna
is
come
pissed.
over there. They're gonna be like, I see your grass ain't as green as it need to be. Let me come over here and show you how to put some mulch down.
Yeah, get you that Kentucky blue. You know they over there flirting. And
You got it going down. Let me go in. Oh, you need your AV system to get put together.
Right.
Toilet need to get put in. Don't pay nobody. Don't pay nobody. I've been doing toilets for 30 years.
I need some nice man.
Let me add now the front is paid for by the HOA, but the back gotta get mowed, baby.
I need
And
help.
the rose bushes
I
need
need help.
nitrogen.
I need help. Won't you help me?
Exactly.
And she getting help in that dress. Y'all saw that picture. They gonna help her. I got a whole
She
show
needs
from years
assistance.
ago. Help. We help. There you go. I ain't have to say it. But bottom line is that's what it is. And that's why and cheekbone daughter that's probably about 46 is pissed because when she come through, she don't get the same compliments.
She was supposed to be the young tender. She ain't the young tender no
Yeah,
more.
she was the tenderoni. Now she just lonely. Ain't nobody talking about you. Not with that young thing sitting down the street in the house to herself. I'm pretty sure
Right.
somebody that came through and said, baby, if you just need a little bit of money, let me know. I'm
A $1
retired.
million house to herself, right? And its taxes on
Yeah.
that gonna be astronomical. But it's
Right.
not
You
just
know you
about
need some
old
help.
people mad at a young woman, right? It's about an HOA using legal structure to police who belongs, and then charging the whole neighborhood to do it $1,000. So the numbers make the story sharper, right? So it's roughly 155 homes in that community, and proposed $155,000 legal fight. So really, the legal team, they already know that they ain't got nothing to stand on, but they just gonna charge everybody $1,000, try to remove the resident. So
let me get this money.
Exactly. So I'm gonna take it from an individual mindset, growth mindset perspective in this, where the angle obviously is. If you inherit something, defend what's yours. Understand the rule book and do not let the crowd define your legitimacy. I'm gonna say it one more time. If you inherit something, defend what is yours. understand the rule book, and do not let the crowd define your legitimacy. It's also about power and property. Go ahead.
That's good. No, I was gonna say, all right, that's good. I'm glad you did, because that's a good segue when you're ready.
Okay.
For our final segue.
All right.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Because she believes that she, in fact, walks to her own beat of her own drum. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's Amanda Seales.
Yeah, that means I don't care.
So Tasha K was talking to Amanda Seales, and this is how this went.
Talking to her about what for what, please.
Speaking of relationships, girl, you got any kids? Ugh, kids, yuck. Are you serious? You don't want kids? Girl, I'm 44. What that mean? The ship has sailed for me. Black women can't have babies until 60s? The ship has sailed. I do not want kids. I have 5 cats and a dog. I love being a cat lady. I love that I chose my life. So do you
cat lady? Okay.
Girl, who am I dating? Who gonna date me? Now, see. Amanda Seales is known for marching to the beat of her own drum. For her to say, who am I dating? Who's gonna date me? After saying like, where was it at? The ship has sailed for me. I question this is our last segment. Is the issue the time?
Scroll it up so we can see the rest.
Is the issue the time, or is the issue Amanda? Maybe walking to the beat of her own drum is not in her best interest? What kind of man y'all think she'd be able to get? A conservative one? No?
I mean, she'll be able to get a man who don't know what her track record is. He ain't gonna he gonna be about 60, not have any social media, and somebody have to, like his niece gonna have to tell him what the hell she on, because she gonna have to be one hell of a chameleon. I was gonna say chameleon in order to finesse that one out that old man. So yeah.
I think you being generous. I don't think she's gonna even get the old man. Because the thing is with her, she self-sabotage in conversation because she thinks so highly of herself with her $60 words and her bullshit attitude. And that's her problem. It's always she always ranting some damn where about, you know, the hypocrisy of the metrocracy of the philosophy and all this old dumb shit. Like, baby, look, you got some decent breasts, but a big ass mouth and talk too much. So somebody gonna hit you, but they gonna stick with you. That's the thing. It never seems to happen. It hasn't happened in years. Nobody sticks with her. She is the run through.
So after this video, let's reflect on the state of the world. Is this more often than not? Let's figure it out.
Stretch. If you got to be up here with it, be up here with it. If it looks like this, that's cool too. The whole point is, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? But the goal is to stretch in here. So you're feeling this in your neck right now, right? I'm gonna go back to this one more time.
Patriarchy.
We're also aging like goat milk too.
We curdling around here.
I mean, look at her, y'all.
We cottage cheesing around here.
She about 8 years removed from Jasmine Guy.
Shit, I think Jasmine got her a little bit. Man.
No, Jasmine Guy's much older, but what I'm saying is that she's not aging well because I mean, negative people don't age well.
You saying the negative people don't age well is crazy.
No, they don't. You ever seen look at a cute evil chick in her 20s and then check back with her about 37, 38. She always looks terrible. And she always showing you how she used to be fine. This is Amanda Seales, ladies and gentlemen.
And when I was a young man, I ran into a woman back in the day that she invited me over to her house and showed me pictures of what she used to look like. Some of which where she was unrobed, we'll say. And when I held and she was trying to hold my hand, I could feel her siphoning my life's energy away from me with her wrinkly ass hands. And I had to get away from there. Because this ain't that. That's all I was saying. All I was doing was helping this lady move her clothes from this place to that place. And it turned into something else where I wasn't even trying to go down.
So drop some drip in the comments, y'all. Amanda Seales is very much an advocate of like anti-normal stuff. And I think she says she's on the spectrum, I believe is what she said.
Yeah, that's the new lie.
On the spectrum. And so I bring this up because she started off that conversation of like, oh, I just don't want kids. And it's like, but then it ended with like, well, who wants to deal with me? So nobody. You know you're the problem. And so I say that before my last part of the drip is that if you part of the problem, try to figure out how you can be a better solution, because regardless if you want to have kids or not, or a husband or not, like you're still a person who contributes to people every day. And it sounds like you know you're a problem. Fix it. That's all I got for me.
And for the record, if you have time, pull up Khalees. Khalees is 2 years older than her. They both the same complexion. But look at
one live in Ghana though.
Look at Khalees and look at her. That's all I'm saying.
One got kids and shit though. So to be
one had 2 babies. One don't have any babies. It just complain all the damn time. And talking about I'm on the spectrum. All this old shit.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll give you the left perspective, right? Okay. So the sharper read is that a lot of women are not failing. They're not failing the dream at all. They're reacting to an economy, culture, and social setup that asks for more labor while promising less security.
Oh, you lost you.
You did?
We did. I'm trying to find Khalees.
So how much did you lose? Because I'm trying to be left right now.
Oh, I'm about to I don't know. You were doing a lot. Long story short, you could shorten that up. You ain't gotta do all that. I'm about to put Khalees on so then Dame can land this plane. This is what you mean right here?
That's what I'm saying. Look at that.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to cut you. I was just trying to find her. But you went in and out with the leftist view. But listen, I guess I don't know if you're gonna come back in and talk about it, but she is allowed to be whoever it is that she wants to be, right? All I'm saying is the reflection part, where it was interesting that she started here and then it got to the point where she was like, but who wanna be with me?
Nobody.
So is it really your choice? Is it really like you're choosing not to, or did you just not get chose?
That's the thing. She get chose and then she get disposed. They get rid of her.
Who was she with?
She's been with she's been with a few rappers. She's been with some congressmen. She was talking to a congressman for a minute. She dealt with quite a few different people. Khalees has been married twice. 2 kids. Energy is always on 10 in a decent way. Eat well. Takes care of herself. Always smiling when you see her. Not a complaint in the world. One has gratitude. The other has attitude. And I'm telling you, that shit ages people. Look at her. Now, this woman also was talking about how she used to get beat up by Nas once upon a time. Allegedly. Look at her. Look at her energy. This is also a woman that once complained about Beyonce stealing music from her. She has her bitter moments too.
She did talk about that.
But she spent a lot more time being gracious, traveling, farming, just doing stuff that's more earthy. Meanwhile, you got the other one that's on Twitter having a rant every 5 damn minutes, and you can tuck her breast in her belt line. We're over it. Used to be cute, used to be funny. We used to enjoy looking at you. And then you lost the one thing you had that had everybody staring at you, which was your looks and the fact that you had a coolness to you. Now you just, it's sad watching her, because I remember Amanda Seales when she first came on the scene. Like, you know.
I remember.
Everybody had a crush on, even when she was on Insecure, folks still had some sort of crush on Amanda Seales. She ruins it every time she opens her mouth, and it's just disgusting. And yes, Plain Dame has had arguments with her on Twitter once upon a time, years ago, about something dumb that I can't remember. But that's just, you know, she was a spokesperson almost for hip hop at VH1 once upon a time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel
Wasn't
like
she the one who was in Floetry? Wasn't that her?
She was a stand-in after whatchamacallit had left. She went on tour with Floetry, but even with that situation, she complained, she bickered, she talked about what was all bad about it. She's always looking at the negative connotation to everything, and then she try to makes it collegiate. I'm just over it.
So for me, with this, just to end, self-reflection. Could you be the problem? Just think about that, y'all.
Right.
Cassius Pay, did you have anything you wanted to add before we get up out of here? Nope.
Right.
Plain Dame, you got anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah. And I'm saying all of that, and
He said, I'm not done with her.
No, forgive me, y'all. The whole thing is this. It's okay to reflect and analyze and grow from your own pains of things that you've dealt with that you may not quite be over at this point. But after a while, it's like the complaints get old, the situation gets old, and then you have to look in the mirror and say, hey, how long am I going to be on this soapbox giving people the same ish year after year after year? You know, when you are the problem, sometimes you don't know you are the problem, especially if no one's telling you. Find you some better friends and a tighter circle to kind of help you analyze things that you need to correct. Get some people that's very truthful with you. And I'm saying that across the board because I know so many Amanda Seales out here. I know so many. You know, and it's like we pray for them kind because we've seen them at their greatest. We've seen them hit their greatest heights in life, and we're also seeing them at their lowest. And the feeling don't change no matter what spectrum they're on. We still want them to win. We still pray for them. We still hope that they make a turn at some point, you know, or like a Dame Dash, if you will. You know, all of his stories right now are very, very negative, but we've seen him at the highest heights in his career. You know, we still pray for these people and want them to win, you know. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, that's what we have today for the show, y'all. We very much appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Jim Jones. Along with me is
your man's Plain Dame.
I very much appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tripping with us. And we will catch y'all again next Friday night, late night drip. We'll see y'all. We out.
City lights, close shadows dance. Jim and Dame got the vibe, got the stance. Cash is paid, bring the bass, make it last. Drip, drop, drip, drop, smooth as glass. Late night, whispers in the air. Feel the rhythm already there. Drip, drop, our daily flow. Drip, drip, Jim and Dame, you already know. Drip, drop, watch the city. let's take it slow. Skyline kisses the moonlit tide.